having like an email marketing strategy where you literally just send information to them where it's like 1 to 2 paragraphs. Like I think being really clean and simple is the best way rather than inundating them with information. You don't want to think of your social media as a way to sell. You want to think of it as a way to grow. What I love about marketing so much is it's not so much that you're reaching a person that you have in mind. It's like you're getting to know the person that you love so much that you can't believe that you're getting paid to spend time with them. One strategy is about reaching the right people and reaching them again if they missed it.
So I live in a small rural community, and there's a ton of hairdressers in my area. And I am struggling with, I don't want to be the same as everybody, and I want to find some ways I can like differentiate myself from everyone else. I just want to be the best in my area.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
What do you feel like gets in the way? Like, what do you feel like, you said that a lot of people are doing things similarly and you want to stand out. Like, do you have ideas on what you're looking for, I guess?
Sure. So I want to, I think, move into like that specialty realm of things. So I love doing blondes and I love doing extensions, and I don't want to have to be doing like kids cuts or, things that don't bring me joy. Um, and there are other, blonde specialists and extensionists in the area. I just want people to look at me and feel like I'm the one they want to go to. And I don't know how to separate myself from everyone else.
And then right now, I see that you said that you don't necessarily have a marketing strategy, which
Yeah.
is good to kind of know as a baseline, but also knowing that you don't have a marketing plan. So I think that's probably one of the things that, just far as strategic approach goes, is knowing exactly what your long-term game is will help you figure out where it is that you want to stay present. So where do you feel most confident? I guess let's start there.
Instagram primarily.
Instagram, okay. And are you getting new clients through Instagram, or do you feel like you're just getting some pretty good reach?
I'm getting lots of new clients, but I'm finding I'm not having time for the new people and the things that like bring me joy.
Are you looking at your retention rate right now by chance?
Not like statistically, but I would say like I have really great client retention. I would say like more than 9 times out of 10 people are rebooking.
Do you do anything with email? Like, are you sending out emails to your clients right now?
I'm not. No, my booking system sends one to remind for appointments, but that's about it.
So a lot of time, I think with Instagram or TikTok or any one of those social media platforms, it's like a really good way for like discovery. So you probably have heard of like a marketing funnel before, where like the funnel starts at the outside, it's a wider brim on the outside, and then it funnels down into the middle. And the people who are more at the middle are the ones who are your loyal clients, or people that like, if you change your business structure, they actually stay with you. And that's really important because you want people that continue to grow as you grow. The outside of it would be like where you're reaching them on Instagram or TikTok. And those are like people who are discovering you, who may like actually click on your website link. So I would say what I would pay attention to on your Instagram, if you feel most comfortable there, is see who's doing the most website taps. Like if you have particular posts that actually lead to website taps, then you can actually make more posts like that. So it's not necessarily like your strategy is coming up with more posts. It's more like getting more posts that are actually getting people to click through to those links would be really good. Having like an email marketing strategy where you literally just send information to them where it's like 1 to 2 paragraphs. Like I think being really clean and simple is the best way rather than inundating them with information. You don't want to think of your social media as a way to sell. You want to think of it as a way to grow a relationship with somebody, and then selling actually happens inside of your emails. I use a couple different types of softwares, but I find Flowdesk to be the easiest, honestly. Like, yeah, I pay monthly for it, but it's so much easier to set up segments and automate through that. And it's a really awesome way for you to grow. Like you were saying, blonding and extensions are something that you really want to grow your business in. If you have clients who are just discovering you for the first time, and maybe they don't realize that you do extensions, that's where you can start teaching people about, care tips with extensions and if you're running a special, or if you do glossing services on extensions, or you're doing, like things like that, where you can kind of like teach your clients through your emails. Part of your marketing structure, even though you're doing Instagram right now, I would just get a little more laser focused on what is leading to the most website taps, because you can see on the back end with the analytics on that end, you can look at insights and see, okay, these two posts actually led to like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 website taps. And then I'm going to make more posts that are just like that, as part of your, like your strategy and like what you're creating. And then the long form stuff would be like coming up with emails, and with things like ChatGPT and Gemini, like those two things, like it makes it kind of easier for you, because if you sit down, and that's the next question I wanted to ask you, do you feel that you do better with creating content, batching it, or do you feel like it's better to do it as you are working? Like, do you kind of go with the flow as with it?
I definitely go with the flow. Like if I post something or if I do hair that I really like, I'll take a picture and then I'll just post without much like thought behind like the why.
Okay, so if you have specific, especially since you want to get more like blonding and extension specific clients, I honestly, like, I talk to ChatGPT like it's literally an assistant. And
Mhm.
even if it means I type a lot in there, the more detailed you get with ChatGPT and the more time you spend with AI, it actually will start to curate things that will fit your voice the best. So that's why, like, I don't just ask a blanket question and have it give me an answer. If you actually just ask ChatGPT to ask you, creating, like, I would like to come up with 15 different types of posts to this kind of a client, and I really want to focus on these things, lay out some ideas, and then it will pump things out for you. The way I
Right.
like to do it too is I literally keep a folder on my phone specific to content strategy. I will save sounds that I had in mind for it, and I will copy and paste the link of the sound into the folder, and then I type like what I had in mind on there. So that way, like, part of your content creation could be like you have stuff that you do in the moment. You have stuff that you do on your downtime. Like if you ever had a last minute cancellation, or if you had an opening in your day, or you had like a day that you had to yourself, then you would have like these different buckets. What I love about marketing so much is it's not so much that you're reaching a person that you have in mind. It's like you're getting to know the person that you love so much that you can't believe that you're getting paid to spend time with them. So if you think of your absolute favorite clients, write out an avatar of them, and like literally write out their name, what they do for a living, who they hang out with, like all the things about that person that just really makes you light up around them. Strategy is not so much about being everywhere all at once. Strategy is about reaching the right people and reaching them again if they missed it.
Yeah. I love that. And nobody around here is doing that. So that just got like my creative juices flowing. So thank you so much. So
Good.
cool.
I love hearing that.
Yeah.
I love organization, and I love finding ways of being smarter with time, because time is so valuable and so important. I find that when people are really creative, they can spend more time consuming than they do building. And that is one of the hardest things I think about being a creative. So that's something I've been able to do really well. Just to give you a little backstory, like, I work with Air Professional. I build UGC for Olivia Garden, and I ran the entire affiliate program for Salon Scale for 18 months. And now I run the affiliate program um, for Air Professional. I worked with Trust Professional for a long time. So, I mean, I've been in the industry for 25 years. So it's been
That's
a
so
long
cool.
time, and I love doing it. But, this is the reason why Successful Stylist Academy started to become a thing, because we just were like, well, we don't really need to necessarily coach people necessarily. I don't mind coaching, but I find that coaching sometimes is just a lot of talking and not enough doing. And I'm more of a doer. And sometimes when I talk to people, they're like, that sounds great. I just don't know how to do it. And I'm like, I'm not going to give you a list of like 20 videos to watch on YouTube. Like that defeats the purpose. So I'm more action oriented. So I do more consulting like this. You tell me like, okay, I did these two. I'm having a really hard time with this. I want to work with you. And then we'll work out a plan together. And then I start building stuff that helps you. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
And
totally.
it's not just me, like there's a team of us. That's basically what we do in a nutshell. We just work together with each person because everyone's needs are different and they change constantly. And sometimes I think coaching is as great as it is. Sometimes it's like we can talk our way in and out of things, but we don't end up actually getting the actions done. So that's just more my theory. That's more my speed. But what I like to do is whenever we wrap up a call, I take all of my notes that I've been taking off to the side and I dump them into an email. I connect all the links in and then I write out just like a short plan. I want to get feedback from you too and hear like, did this help you? Did this go better? I'm constantly trying to find ways to like, let's cut through the stuff that takes time and let's get some action going. So it actually leads to you winning because if you win, then I get to win and then you refer people and then it makes my job easier too. So that's really important for me too. So then the next step is like finding out where you feel like your strengths are. Like you're on Instagram and you feel good about it and you make content in the moment. But the way that you make content, do you feel what takes you the most amount of time when you're creating that content?
I don't know. I just don't really have like strategy. Like I don't want my feed to just be like a back of like heads because I feel like
Okay.
every single person does that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just spending more time on like reels and like thinking of, you know, creative ideas. And I don't structure that in my day. I don't make time for it. So I just need to prioritize it.
The thing too, since the platforms have shifted so much, is that consumers are really looking for like people buy people. They don't buy the things they do. And I've been told time and time again, like these hair influencers or people that like want to go to classes, they want to go because they want to be, they love that person and they love the
Yeah.
way they teach. So think of it in ways that you're serving your clients, like the way that your clients love you and the way that you've made relationships, that needs to be shared more on your Instagram as well. So instead of thinking of like showing your work, also showing yourself. And
Yourself. Yep.
what do you feel like gets in the way of you showing yourself?
I think I do like fairly often just because I'm like kind of quirky and I want to attract those people. So I'm
Yeah.
not afraid of getting on my story and talking about something not really like hair related, but just so my audience like gets to know me. And I found that has been super effective.
Cool.
So,
Do you ever take your stories and just like turn those into a reel? Like, have you ever done that before?
no.
Okay. So one of my favorite strategies that I've been doing, not necessarily on Successful Stylist, but on my own page is I'm showing pieces of things in the stories and I'm interacting more in stories, but then I do take those and reuse them into a reel again. And then obviously I'll share those on other pages as well. You might already know this, but Stories has a different algorithm than Reels, and Reels has a different
Yeah.
algorithm than carousels. So like doing a good blend of that, like carousels will be the better way to reach the audience that's already following you. Reels is a good way to reach an audience that doesn't know you yet. And Stories is a great way to get more intimate with the people who are already following you that are just wanting to see your day to day. But repurposing that, I think that shaves off so much time just being able to use those stories strategically. When I say strategically, it's like you're showing like part of the process of something and you're showing your personality in there too. And then you turn it into a reel later on. So that way you don't have to work harder with that.
I didn't even think of that. That's cool. I like that.
And then the other thing that I have found some people have found success with, I think it depends on like what you are doing in your content too. But if you're selling anything in your content, if you actually share it, do you know how to share your story or sorry, your content into directly into Pinterest?
No.
Okay, so that is also a really quick, easy thing for you to do that you don't have to like create, you don't have to do more. You can actually just send it directly from Instagram. The only downside is that if you have an affiliate link that you want to send your clients to, potential clients to, it's not going to link anything to it because that's the thing I don't like about Instagram is that you can't link a product unless you connect a shop to it.
Okay.
So that's just another option for you. But I think based on what you've shared with me, I think honestly, building out a 3-day structure where you're actually like posting things, putting up your stories. Typically, stories are good if you're doing like anywhere between 4 and 7 per day. But then on your stories, if you're more strategic about your stories and almost think of it as like, I'm taking someone on a journey from beginning, middle, and end, and you can even put your funny stuff in there. You can put like what I'm eating, like, oh, I'm taking a break from, or like clients processing, things like that. And then you can turn that into a reel. Then I think it would just make it easier for you not to have to create more. If I were you, I would definitely come up with a strategy or a plan for how you want to do it. So, like, I always like to think of it as like 4 legs of a table. And to make your content really strong, they need to stand on those 4 legs. So, be really picky about what those 4 legs are. And if you have categories for each one of those legs, then you're just building content for those 4 things. Anytime you're sharing content, anytime you're sharing any information, always put a call to action with it. Those are probably the main things, like as far as building out a strategy, because a strategy really is like, I don't like to have more than 3 steps. I'm kind of like I'm a fan favorite of threes because I feel like anytime you take more steps than that, it's not sustainable. It just like takes too much time. And then the other thing, like aside from Instagram, aside from sending out stuff like that, I think the third thing that you could probably do is do you have your stuff on Google My Business by chance, or are you only doing things through your link?
I have a Google page. Yeah.
So
Is that what?
I would definitely be like sending out get your clients to write reviews anytime somebody is like, I love my hair. Thank you so much. Like,
I have
we
an awesome Google page. I just opened a salon too, and I got everyone to do it. So I'm #1 in my little town. So
Oh my God. Okay, that's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
So to keep that going and just to get SEO going into your website as much as possible, just keep doing those reviews. Obviously, like responding to your reviews counts too.
Okay.
And like we once had a salon, not once, but we've had salons create like a QR code to keep at their station too. And that's been really helpful. Like anytime somebody likes it, then just say, oh my gosh, I would love it if you told everyone, just like you can get our review through this QR code and just have them do that too.
Okay.
Obviously, like it, since you have automation set up on through your booking system, you could probably, I don't know if you already have it, but you can just set it up on your like follow-up thing. Like every time somebody comes
Oh,
in, yeah, just send a follow-up message, have it automate out every single time they've like checked out with you. Like, thank you so much for seeing me. Or you can have it on like you just booked this appointment, and then it can have like a prompt down at the bottom or whatever. Anything you can do to automate or help you with automation is better. I do think newsletter is going to be a big one for you since you're
okay.
not already doing that. That is major to get information to the clients. They're already your raving fans. They have already seen you. You don't have to earn their trust. They're already somebody who wants to know more information. They came to you for a reason, so it's just easier to do it that way. Building out your content pillars so that you have 4 pillars that you're going to build, and then coming up with a plan on how you're going to talk to those pillars and you're speaking to your avatar. Avatars are going to be 3 of them, no more than that. Focus on just like getting Google My Business, like keeps sending those out to clients because I think that really helps you drive new traffic to your business. You seem very comfortable on camera, and so I just want you to be able to do that more and not focus so much on showing a floating head on there with the clients. Show your interaction with your clients a little bit more, especially if you have clients that are like they're so down for that. I always like to follow up with people 2 weeks after we talk. So I'll probably just send you, I have your number, so I'll send you a text. And then in 2 weeks, I'll follow up with you and just see what's going well, what's not. If you haven't started anything, then I'm going to start bugging you a little bit.
Mhm.
And then I'll also see if there's anything that we need to do to like get you really laser focus on things. Like if you're like, I'm stuck. I don't know what pillars I'm needing, then I'm just going to start building stuff for you. And you just, the things you don't like, you're like, that's not really me, then get rid of it. And the things that you do, like start there And then as I get to know you more, it's easier to build that out together too.
That sounds amazing. And I want to thank you so much. I feel so inspired and there was so much good information there. So oh, thank you so much.
Yes. All right. I will look forward to talking with you again. I have a feeling we're going to chat more. I'm excited for you. This is cool. I
Thank
didn't
you.
realize that you just opened up a salon too. So that's really cool. I
Yes.
can't wait to talk to you more about that.
Yes. Cool. Me too. I'm really excited.
Yay. All right. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
You betcha. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye.